How you doing there, Chokey?
Well, Chokey. That'd be a good fucking dwarf. Snow White.
No, that's what Big Dick Rich tells his fucking wife he's gonna do to her whenever they're in the bedroom.
Oh, really? Oh, Big Dick Rich. Hoosier's,
Hold on, who's this Big Dick Rich?
Oh, what is his name?
Big Dick Rick, man.
Big Dick Rick. Oh, Big Dick Rick. Hoosier, has too much of a sore throat to do. Hey, what was that girl that we went to high school with that got that weird fucking bacterial infection on the back of her throat from sucking fucking pecker so much? She was from down there around where Good lived.
Hutchinson.
Amanda? No, it wasn't her. She has Komodo dragon mouth. The shit wouldn't be able to survive in the bacteria that's already in her mouth.
Yeah, I heard
she was blonde and she was a year younger than us.
that narrows it down.
God, it does, and it's the area that she's from. It narrows it down a lot. She was one of Shelly's friends. Come on, everybody.
You know I was not close to my sister, so, I mean, why would I know who her friends were?
I know, man. This person has been to your house.
Delilah?
No. I don't guess this happened to Delilah.
Jacqueline?
No, man, those people are from Glen Rogers. Hoosier. This girl is from, Wyoming.
Blonde-headed? I don't know. Don't know this answer.
She lived at the end.
It's a trick question.
Yeah.
What could the trick be?
I don't know. I just feel like
you know the answer? You're a rapist. I tricked you.
Good question.
Not Brandy something, maybe?
Brandy, yeah. Give me some brandy.
Brittany Davis.
Oh yeah, man, I like her. She's my best friend.
You know who it is. You both know who that is.
Yeah, she was hanging out with that. She's with that Adam fag.
Yes, they call him Reggie. Some of them do. In Pineville.
Yeah, because that's short for Adam.
Kind of like, dude, it's probably like you being known as Kevin to some people.
Nobody knows me as that.
Well, I'm just saying that's what it would be like. Kind of like how Millie wasn't still called Millie whenever she got into high school. She pulled a fucking change up on that shit. She didn't want anybody to call her Millie. Well, I mean, goddamn. If anybody has anything better to say, you're welcome.
Oh, I thought you had some more to. Thought you had some more to elaborate on.
I just figured I was going to start talking and I'd come up with something.
That's a good idea.
Just open your mouth and eventually your brain will come up with something. Well, I'm also trying to kind of kill time until George gets on. I don't want to get into anything too. But let's do this. Did anybody watch any of that David Adair shit?
What is that?
I got to watch about.
That's the video link I put into the WhatsApp chat earlier.
Yeah, dude, it was terrible.
What was terrible about it?
The guy's such a liar. He's good to make up stories.
Well,
let me guess, because he didn't call it Area 52.
No, he don't believe in Jesus.
What do you think tell me how you went through this analysis.
Nah,
Now, do you know who that is?
nah, I don't. He's got an elaborate story though. If it's real, it's pretty cool.
Now, look, I have to tell you. Sometimes he says stuff, and I understand why you would think he's lying. I sometimes think he is too. I mean, it just. But I always. The guy is really credible in that he would be put in that position. Okay?
Yeah, but,
I'm not saying
maybe he wants to be. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that he's credible like he's never told a lie or he's not lying. I'm just saying there is a possibility that type of person that would happen to, because he is supposedly like the smartest man alive. His IQ is in the 200s. He's the only person on the planet that knows how to build a cold fusion rocket. We know all that stuff to be true. And he does, like, what he does for a living is to take NASA technology and turn it into stuff we can use. Like, so he would take the stuff that they put on astronaut suits and turned it into polarized lenses for sunglasses and sold it, as a regular product. So, that's what he does, and that's who he is. So that to me says, okay, he is smart enough to have done all this stuff, but did it happen this way?
I mean, do you honestly? Here's my thing. He says, I remember how it's all built. Let's do it or whatever. But I mean, even if it's just something that's like in his own spare time, wouldn't you think that he'd already built this damn thing?
Yes, I thought that too, because that interview was a long time ago. It was a long time ago, and you would think we'd heard something by now, especially with stuff that's out, like Vice, that covers this next level weird shit. Like that's their thing, would be to go find, because they did a special on a guy from Virginia who made his own nuclear fusion reactor to power his house. And they did a special on him, so I figured they would totally do a follow-up on this guy if he built some kind of engine.
Yeah, I would say so too.
But that doesn't mean, just because he didn't go build the engine, also doesn't mean that didn't happen.
I wonder if the guy knows how, and I'm sure if he was working in that little area he was having to hang out at there for a while, wouldn't they mass produce that to get into space quicker?
That cold fusion rocket?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what happened was, he overheard them talking about why they wanted the cold fusion rocket. And this was in the 70s, and basically what they wanted was a first strike against the Russians. And so that's why he destroyed his rocket and never built another one, because he knew they wanted to put nuclear missiles on it and use it, because he says the cold fusion rocket goes, it pushes the matter out at the speed of light. So cold fusion rocket, he said, could go around the world 8 times in 1 second. So if we had a rocket like that, you put a nuclear missile on it, you could destroy every city in Russia before they could even get up to react to. They wouldn't even know. It would happen instantly to them.
Yeah. See, that would be nice to have as weapon.
Yeah.
But the world doesn't need it.
No. And I read a thing that said that Stephen Hawking and some other like physicists and stuff have signed a petition against making artificial intelligent weapons.
Fear of them turning on us.
Yes.
I can see that. That would. I don't have the IQ those guys do, but I can definitely see where they're coming from.
Right? I mean, humans have thought about that since the robots were first even thought of. they would one day take over.
Dude, I mean, wouldn't you like to be the person to know that you destroyed half the world's humanity?
You know, there's a guy who talks about how if we automated everything, nobody would have to work.
Is it that thing you sent me on Twitter?
Yeah. It's about this utopian future where everything was automated. And, you know, the average human only had to work like 2 hours a day, which incidentally is exactly how things were in the Jetsons. I don't know if you knew that or not, but George Jetson only worked 2 hours a day pushing one button. And he bitched about it.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame you. That button was big.
But yeah, that's what the guy in this article thinks is that if you did that. But I don't know.
I would thoroughly enjoy that myself. I mean, 2 hours a day. Come on, a car that packs up into a suitcase. What's not to love?
Yeah, man. Of course, that was supposed to be happening in 2002.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we found more important things to study, like Viagra, and
Understand why people do that stuff. You know, we sit out in the cold deer hunting. Half these people don't even eat the damn things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But don't you like squirrel hunting?
But yeah, I mean, I like to squirrel hunt every now and then. You know, I find it enjoyable. I mean, you can walk around and stuff, and them squirrels don't give a shit if they hear you. They still do their thing, but yeah, them deer
they're just trying to get a nut.
I don't, just a squirrel trying to get a nut.
Yep.
I haven't hunted, I was 17. I went squirrel hunting. I killed a squirrel, and I felt bad about it. And I never went hunting again.
I went squirrel hunting one time and seen a squirrel run up a tree, and I didn't get a good shot, or wasn't able to get a good shot at it. So I walked up a hill, and then I finally fucking seen it. I thought its tail was a wagon, so I shot. Walked over to it. It was a fucking woodpecker.
Wow.
What a moron.
Yeah, it wasn't its tail wagging. It was its fucking head that beat the wood.
Didn't you hear it?
Yeah, but I mean, I've been hearing it for a while. Like I said, I seen the squirrel run to the same fucking tree. Well, at least I thought it was the same tree.
Okay, so you did really see a squirrel.
I really did see a squirrel. I just so happened to shoot the woodpecker. And I didn't kill it. I felt bad, so I walked up to it and beat the shit out of it with the back end of my gun.
God. What a terrible woodpecker and the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day.
And that same day, I was walking back to the four-wheeler, and I forgot I had seen another squirrel eventually, and it never did come close enough. So I had the hammer cocked and everything on it, and I never did release it. And as I was walking back to the four-wheeler there, seemed like a anthill or something. I'm like, ain't you glad I ain't got this? And I pulled the fucking trigger, man, and I about shot my fucking foot off. It fucking scared the shit out of me. Gun went flying.
Jeez. That would be scary. I can think of one time where I almost shot Chad with a 16 gauge.
Yes, I
shoot
remember
Chad
that all too well.
Well, Chad and I were squirrel hunting. We were up on Glen Fork Mountain. I had gun laid across my lap. See a squirrel, pull the hammer back. I go to pick the gun up off my lap as I'm doing this. One motion. Pick it up, pull the hammer back. Pull the hammer back, the trigger gets caught on a button on my pants. And the gun fires in the direction.
Branch out above my head. It was,
God.
But I mean, we was real calm about it because I just walked over to him like nothing freaking happened. I was like, "Hey,
that is
what,
true.
What happened there?"
Very amazed at how calm Chad was, and I felt really bad. I have come to terms with the fact that it was an accident.
I didn't die, so I wasn't mad.
Yeah.
It's not the first time I've had bullets go by my head, so.
Well, yeah. You were going to tell that one.
Oh, that was.
It would have been the first time you took a shot in the face from something besides a dick.
Yes, it would have. Probably a little bit more painful too. But there was one time we got to the cabin. We was going squirrel hunting. There's probably about 4 or 5 of us. And as soon as we pull up to the cabin, fox hunters or something had turned loose like, I don't know, 20, 30 chickens to bait in the foxes.
Oh, is that
It
what
may have
happened?
baited them in. Yeah.
I had
it
no
may have
idea
baited
why the
them in.
chickens were up there.
It wasn't for what we done to them. Because it was a massacre as soon as we stepped out of the truck.
It was.
I mean, it was just all guns firing as much as you could. I mean, reloading. What?
It was
what
like
chicken?
a horrifying Gary Larson comic.
Yeah.
Like some
Yeah.
kind of weird Far Side massacre.
One poor chicken gets its legs blown off, and it's just
Oh,
laying there
God.
flopping around.
It was
And
like
Matt
chicken switch.
feels sorry for this chicken and wants to put it out of its misery, so he just puts the gun right at its head, pulls the trigger, and as soon as he pulls the trigger, the chicken flops its head back.
It was.
And just completely misses it.
I don't know. The chicken, that was the most perfect timing a chicken ever had in the history of chickens. I mean, between my finger pulling the trigger and the bullet coming out of the end of the gun, that chicken's head just flopped over, just whoop. Just like Jet Li or some shit. He just bent his neck over, dude. I just blew a huge hole in the ground, as about as deep as a hole in
In the ground.
a golf course on the green. Yeah, but what happened is we were all Chad and me and Benji and TC and who else? Were you there, George?
No, because I don't remember this.
And somebody else, man. Maybe Isaiah could have been.
Benji Kazort. Benji Kazort. was
Benji
with us.
Kazord. Ugh, God.
Yeah.
Why didn't we take advantage of this and shoot him in the confusion?
I think because he was TC's cousin, and we just dealt with it.
Oh God. We're walking down one of the paths cut in the woods, like a gas well path, and just like come out of from one side of the road, all these fuzzy-footed chickens. And man, everybody just like threw their gun up on their shoulder and lined up like the British redcoats, and just blew these fucking chickens away. I just gotta think.
I think we all did. It was Hoosier.
I've heard too.
It was Hoosier.
Chime everyone and then. You mean every now and then, fat retard?
So really what that put on there?
That, what do you, is that what you call your gigantic finger?
I call it Chad. Looks like his head.
It does. Man, when
That's
Chad has his, hey gosh, why haven't you shaved your head in a long time?
By
It's
all
cold
means,
out.
please. Fucking goddamn, dude. That don't help cold, no.
That's why the hat's on the top. I've got the side going on here.
That's the only reason why I've been keeping this fucking scruff shit going on. That's
Yeah, that's why the paintbrush is out right
Yeah.
now.
Yours looks a lot better than mine. You look good with
Yeah,
a beard. I look
yours-
fucking ignorant.
You look like somebody was jacking off and shot out nothing but puke.
Wow.
I do look like I went down on a fucking super glued dick and fucking I pulled all his hair out whenever I come out.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking too. That you looked like.
You know, to be honest with you, if you reach down and feel you feel your crotch hair and then you feel my beard, I guarantee you feel about the same.
Ugh. That is terrible. I
I think George is doing it.
Yeah, it feels good.
that was creepy. God.
Hey, did we record the condom story where a guy was slurping that shit up?
Yes. Did you not
I'm pretty
listen to the
sure
last
that's got recorded.
podcast Matt put on there?
No, he
Just
probably
make
The
did.
sure.
link.
I
Am I
don't
the
know.
only one that listens to him? George
No,
Yes.
I
has.
listened. I listened
Must
to it,
be.
man. I didn't get to finish it though. But no, I was just playing. I just wanted to bring it up.
Yeah, I'm glad
Yeah,
you
I
did.
know.
I thought you were going to save your voice for whenever it was important, or about food.
Or to suck dick.
Exactly.
Were you? Yeah. Well, man, I had a thing I was going to say. I forgot it. Hey, George, do you have a top 10 list again this week?
There's no top 10 list.
Don't quit doing it. Everybody likes it.
I'm not. Oh, yeah, I'm sure
No,
they enjoyed it
what
thoroughly.
he's saying
Dude,
was,
it was awesome. I think you should do it again.
I know, but what I'm saying is there was never a top 10 list. There was never 10 things that I mentioned. I mentioned one thing, and that was it.
He hated
But
the top 10 list. It was the one
Right.
thing he hated.
Okay, I got it. So we
Like
got
right
rid
now, he hates that you don't understand his bit.
Oh, God.
Well, is that George sitting too close to his fucking TV again? Like an
No,
old man
I'm
at a
sitting way
nursing
back
home?
here. I'm sitting way back here. I'm not even using the TV. Hannah is. She's
Oh.
playing a hunting game.
Well, we can hear it.
Is she hunting deer?
Well, I told her that when she turned it up, and
She said, George, shut the fuck up. I do what I want in this house. You're a
God
little
damn
bitch.
it, George!
pretty much. No, I told her, I said, please don't turn it up too loud. And she said, it's only on 20. And I was thinking in my head, we don't normally get it over 16.
it goes to
Yeah,
11?
neither does TC.
But,
That was
bam.
good.
For those of you out there that... Oh, wait. No, we can't say that, I don't think.
You stopped us last
Can't-
time.
can't
We can't
specify.
say that.
Let's just say, hypothetically, you were a grown man dating a child. That would be immoral, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to think so, too. Okay, moving on.
Oh,
I have a, how about a historical thing that I watched today? Okay,
Okay.
Yes.
check this out. They found in a shipwreck a sword off the coast of Nova Scotia from the Roman Empire in the year 200 AD. What do you think of that?
was it
I think
was
the
it
Vikings
rusty?
took loot back.
Was it rusty, says Hoosier. Well, yeah, it was pretty rusty.
Yeah, because
It's at
salt
the bottom of
water.
the ocean
you know.
for.
Now, hold on. Where did they find it at?
Off the coast
Nova
of Nova Scotia, which is in Canada. Okay,
So,
no one is
Where
putting,
what?
putting
Well,
this
I
together.
Fine.
was,
Yeah.
yeah,
What-
I-
what-
I was
but,
saying.
we all know
implying.
that Columbus, 1492, the Bahamas, and then everybody thinks like in the 100s, I think, or 1100s, Leif Erikson for the Vikings were over here. Well, this is saying that even before that, the Romans were here in the year 200.
Dude, wouldn't it be awesome if we were like the last Romans around?
Well,
I mean, it would be. Because, I mean, they're wiped out over there.
what do you mean? They're still
Yeah,
Romans?
because there's no Rome.
Well, I
anymore.
mean, I'm just saying, like the Roman
it fell off the
empire
map. So
fucking got wiped out. So we would be like, the United States would be like the Roman Empire of the
We're the
Lord be-
Normans.
West.
We're the Normans.
Yep.
We're like the Vikings that came down and took over where the Germans and stuff had took over from the Roman Empire. And then the Normans took over England and started Angleland. Anyway, this sucks. Let's talk about what would be crazy if Rome was the first people over here.
It would be. I would say, God, I would like to find something further inland than just a shipwreck, because I mean that could have washed a little bit. You know what I mean?
Ah, yeah. Another person said some people are skeptical of it because they were like, well, you don't know. That could have like been picked up in the year 1600 and it dropped right there. You know, it could have been like in the year 200. Wait a second, hang on. Like somebody from the year 1600 found a sword from the year 200, had it on a ship and was coming to Canada. Everything had already been discovered. And then that ship wrecked.
I mean, yeah, that's possible. I mean, like, it'd be like somebody coming to our museums or something like that and stealing something and then taking off and then hit an iceberg or whatever.
Yeah, we found this thing in the bottom of the ocean.
That was stolen 3 weeks ago.
Dude, listen to this thing George and I were talking about earlier today. Okay, do you realize, like, look at the Amish. They're kind of like white tribes. Because they don't seem so primitive now because they're only about, a couple hundred years behind us. But think about how the Amish are going to look in the year 3000. I mean, they're going to look like the tribes in Africa and stuff do now.
Yep.
Are they going to be malnourished and all that stuff too?
Probably. And our tribes
Stop
still
wearing
gonna
clothes.
I cannot get over. I just can't get over tribes. I just cannot figure it out how they haven't advanced at all. No, one person was born that was like, man, I just thought of something new, and they're like, what?
But
What does that mean?
But I mean, those like countries are like third world anyways, right? So like they don't have all the like food and accessibility.
When we were talking about it today, we were talking about
That's
today.
true.
We were talking about like in Africa, like Africa is where a bunch of tribes are, and there's actual thriving huge metropolises in Africa.
Yeah. Like down in South Africa.
Yeah, but I mean that's like the rich people of the world. I mean, there's like big cities in like every country, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but
Africa is just filled to the brim with diamonds, so.
Dude.
Yeah, but you get killed if you steal any of that. They weigh you before and after you go into anything like that. I mean, stealing a diamond is not going to end Africa's problems.
Also, diamonds are not rare. There's enough diamonds in the world to give everybody in it a cupful. De Beers, the people who basically decide how much diamonds are worth, just say that they're worth a lot of money. But they're really not. There's plenty of things more rare than a diamond.
Yeah.
There's tons of it. I mean, it's just compressed carbon.
Yeah. But I mean, they just do it because it looks shiny. They like it. Like the rare metals, gold and silver, look at the price drop on them. I mean, that shit is down bad now.
That's because everybody wasn't it like just a couple years ago, everybody's like, buy gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It said, buy gold, buy silver. $1,600 an ounce for gold. $60 an ounce for silver. Now it's $16 an ounce for silver and like $800 for gold.
Dude,
Still a lot of money, but
why would people stock up on gold in case the economy totally collapses?
yeah.
What is
Shiny.
that?
Because I figure they think it holds its value, I think.
Yeah, but what are they going to do with it? Who's going to need gold for what? No one needs gold now.
Like, stock up on canned food.
We can always melt it down
Yes.
and make teeth.
And then people are going to be like, man, I'm hungry. And you're going to be able to own the fucking world because you own like fucking canned food stock.
Dude, think about it for real. Now, we've all had this fantasy and we've all talked about it, but we also are liars. And we like to think that we're the most brave human beings on the planet. But really, what would you do if there was like total economic collapse and things just went out of hand?
I would go back to my poaching ways. Definitely.
Now, you wouldn't be the only one though to feed your
Well, I
family.
know that.
How would you avoid being robbed? I mean, would you just completely stop trusting people ever again?
Yes, because I really don't have much trust in anybody anyhow. So it wouldn't be that far fetched.
Would you
Hey,
just be killing people left and right, you think?
Not left and right. I mean, if I see them come running down here like some crackhead, which is normal for here, so I could shoot all kinds of people at first. But I mean, I guess I would trust some people. It's just you'd have to know.
Yeah,
the
but
ones that
man,
you
what
trusted.
if like 20 people just come to raid your house?
You're
Like
screwed?
a gang of raiders, like
Yeah,
Fallout.
Screwed. I wouldn't. Stay
Anybody ever
here.
watch
I got a
Revolution?
Huge ass glass door. They bust through that in no time.
Yeah.
Anybody ever watch Revolution?
Oh, I haven't.
That's a TV series that kind of shows like the world kind of
When the
going
power
back
went
to
out.
old days. Yeah, like
Yeah, I seen the first
causes-
season of that. It was no
it's pretty-
good.
it's pretty cool.
It
They
sucked.
fucking ended it though.
I think we discussed last podcast. You have horrible taste in movies and TV, so you shouldn't even
No.
be talking.
I disagree. My shit's good.
But I think the whole thing would be like you'd want to get a group of people you could trust, and because there'd definitely be strength in numbers when it came to that. And you'd have the government trying to hold everything together at first. Those should be the first people we go after because they would
Why are
immediately
we going
stock up
after
surplus.
anyone? Why are we going after anybody?
I would not go
Because
after.
they would
like,
immediately
hunt
stock
people down.
up surpluses of food and shit for themselves and for fucking the.
And we're supposed to
Over
go
privilege.
after them and attack them and steal their surpluses of food?
When they
Yeah,
still
No, we're
control the-
We should all just go into the woods and starve. Never mind.
George, why are you saying this like that's the best idea ever? What do you have on you right now that you are going to use to take down the government?
Well, I said we should get together and do it.
Oh,
I
what
don't
are you gonna
have
do?
any-
Jack,
We
Jack,
were-
come borrow a pistol.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I knew
go
that was coming.
take down the government.
Well, what would
We
you
should
do?
all go to Chad's house and open the gun safe and say, "All right, now."
God, Hoosier, will you please mute your microphone or choke to death?
Or get it out of your throat.
George is
I mean-
back there chopping his breakfast on a mirror, as Metallica would say. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. We always talk about this in terms of what we see on movies, but you don't know what you would do.
I would get the hell out of here for one. I would find a better, probably a more secluded place to hang out.
I gotta tell you, I gotta be honest. The person with the best place is gotta be. I'm gonna wait until George gets done.
Rolling cigarettes?
Yeah, sure thing. It's just so loud.
And
Yeah.
it only happens when people talk.
I want to be able
Well, there's
to
a
cut
gap.
it out. Well, how long does it take you, son? I feel like you've been doing it the whole time we've been on here.
I have.
Why?
No, I was being sarcastic.
Well,
Just one.
there's Delilah back there in the
Who's that?
background. Okay, are you finished?
Almost. Yeah,
How
I'm
many are you gonna roll? Just tell me that.
done. I said I'm done. I got like, I don't know. I got 10.
Can you? Is 10 cigarettes gonna be enough for the night?
I don't know.
God,
I don't know.
George, why don't you just Set yourself on fire. Okay, so I don't even remember what we were about to talk about.
We were
Whole
talking
economy
about.
come crashes down. What would we
Yeah.
really do?
Oh yeah, yeah. Because man, I don't want to be out there
Honestly,
trying to drag my fucking kids along.
like I say, honestly, I don't know if I could survive.
Really?
I mean, I'm gonna try my damnedest, I guess, but I mean, I can't. I don't know what the fuck I would do. Fucking panic. What the fuck's going on, boys?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That is an honest answer. You would
Oh
panic.
yeah, everybody would have to at first, but I mean, I would try to get somebody to somebody else's house that I can trust, and just try to stock up on stuff.
Do you think we need a real plan for this?
Yes,
Do you?
I say yes. I say we raid a beach house though, because I mean, who doesn't? If you're in the apocalypse, at least living on the beach will make it a little less worse, a little less bad, or something.
But
like that.
where is one? How will we get to it in time?
Yeah,
I would
And
love
should
to
we
do
be in a
that
place
too.
where stuff can grow? Though, I mean, like, because we'd have to grow gardens and shit, just for food and everything.
Yeah,
So,
but where
shit
would we
is-
go? We all live so far away from each other. But I do think that's what we'd have to do. You know what? I think I
You
see.
can move to West
Here's what
Virginia.
I see. I see Hoosier fucking tucking his kids into bed, fucking kissing his wife, and everybody just drinking this Kool-Aid. Goodbye. I don't think he would even go through it. I think he would mass suicide his whole family.
No.
Really? You don't think he would do that? Because I do. You just
No,
don't seem
I
like the
couldn't
type
do
of
it.
person that would try to live through that.
It'd be hard, man. I wouldn't have my video games, but I would try.
Dude, we could have power and we could have video games. There's enough solar power stuff out there.
yeah. Just bring your Xbox, and I'll pack my generator.
Yeah, we need a generator. I need a generator for real.
I have one for real. But
Well, can I
can't get
have
that
it?
shit. No.
Well,
I need
so
that.
what are you doing? Just trying to let me know you're better than I am?
Nope.
That's what it sounded like to me, man.
It did.
That's right. That bitch stays in the back of my building. I bought it, and I've used it twice.
Well-
It's kind of like my fireplace.
I know that, Chad, were you down there at... Alright, I need a sounder for this. Note to self.
Turn that down.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Well, I'm
You
waiting
said note
until
to
the
self.
gunfire goes away in George's thing.
Oh.
I mean, really, here we are. I guess we've been doing stuff like this since we were about 13. And here we are, 32. George still cannot get a quiet background and save his fucking life. He just cannot get with the program. I don't know what it is.
School
Okay.
sucks. Drop out.
I don't even know why I have to go. Say a few words about Skull. Okay.
It sounded like you said "skull" to me,
Yeah, I know.
because you were whispering. You were over there like, "Say something about skull."
That's that hillbilly accent. Say something about Skull. What was that? You
What
Dinner
say,
bell.
son?
ringing up a damn bellhop?
It was the microwave.
Young boy, take my bags to the room.
Yes.
And my young boy. Oh man, George is about to get cut out.
Yeah, I heard that too.
That was a weird being sucked into a parallel universe
Oh.
noise. So George, or damn it, Scott Sanders. Oh man,
Hey,
what does this
Paul,
say?
shut up.
Do a little studying.
Oh, Scott has to do a
It's an
little
excuse.
studying.
I gotta do a little bit of studying.
Did you
boy.
hear it? Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I came home from work. Just got done. Pretty big exam coming Friday. But,
Big and
I was starting the computer as well up on there a little bit, and for some reason I've been having issues of it starting up, and it ain't wanting to load up the windows. I don't know what the fuck's going on with it. They had me some I've done punched it like 5 or 6 times. It's about on his fucking deathbed because I'm buried AK-47's goddamn ass.
Man, now Scott, he is prepared. Them AK-47.
He will be the one drinking the Kool-Aid.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%.
God, but he's got those guns. He's got that AK with a banana
I
clip
know,
and
and I'll
a
be
drum
stopping
clip.
by there. I'll stop by there and pick those up and move his fat carcass out of the way because he'll be dead.
What do you think you'll do,
Dude.
George?
Well, I mean, I'm down with getting up with everybody else and just trying to start some kind of colony of our own, you know?
George's
I
first
think-
step is steal a car.
I personally think everybody should come to me because I live not necessarily way back in the background, but I live down an inexplicable street that doesn't have too many ways that you can get to it.
man, you just want everybody to come down there so you don't have to travel in the wastelands.
Well, that's part of it. But I do believe that I'm back here in a pretty good place. I mean, I'm pretty alone back here. I would have to worry about my immediate neighbors. I guess I would have to kill them. That'd be the first thing I have to do. Would I be able... I mean, honestly, if it did collapse like that, I would have to go and kill my neighbors real quick before they killed me. Because wouldn't they be having the same thought?
Oh, of course. I mean, I would be loaded as us walking out the door, just firing at anything I see moving.
Yes. I would. I would too.
I say that like it's not half of my stuff's not already loaded, but you know. That crackheads to deal with. Who's pouring cereal?
Who else?
God damn. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
the,
everybody.
the worst part is you're not even talking. You're just making noise while we talk.
I'm not making any noise.
Well, what is the deal? Why are we able to hear somebody pouring cereal out of your phone?
I don't know. Apparently, it's really sensitive. The microphone on it is. Because everything going on in the background is all Hannah.
Killer.
Well,
No, I'm
George,
kidding. Don't do that.
why don't you
Not on
go
here
into
anyhow.
your, can you go into your tools on Skype and adjust your microphone setting?
I don't know.
Well, why don't you give it a whirl? It would be in options. Tools,
I'm
options.
going to try to go into Skype and try to fix this to where it doesn't pick up every goddamn thing.
That'd be great. See, I had to turn mine down too like this, and it helped take the sound of the fan away. Uh-oh, Chad just went off. Delilah
What?
must have took it. Delilah must have removed that rope.
Yeah, man.
I did, didn't I? What the hell? Hey,
Hey,
okay. I don't know why my video shut off. It's being gay or
so
something.
George, you might be getting a.
No, I can't.
Came here soon anyway. I'm gonna have to go down to family video, guys.
What is happening?
Nothing, I don't
George
guess.
Brown, get the latest Skype to use group video. Yeah.
Huh?
I use a little red exclamation point over your name for some reason.
George, when are you going to get the?
PC.
Yeah.
No, we already have the computer. And I called CenturyLink the other day and went to their website and printed off the application for that internet thing I was telling you about, and faxed it back to them. So now I'm just waiting for them to call me.
My
And once the
God.
internet gets hooked up, then we'll be able to just use that.
Oh man, that's gonna be so great. You're gonna be able to see, cause man, with this XSplit thing, I can put a video up on my screen.
All right.
Man, what
Yeah.
do you all see there? Do you see two of yourself?
Yeah, that's why I done that.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, George, it's so much funner when you can see everybody's faces.
Yeah, I figure as much. That's what makes it fun when I watch it.
Right, right.
Because I see everybody's. I don't see all your reactions here, but I see your reactions. when
Oh
I'm-
man, I totally ADD'd out. You realize I was about to try to say that bring up a bit, and I was like, note to self, put a sounder right here for a story about Glenfork. Now, you may
Oh.
hear that ghostly, swinging, rusty gate in the background, but that is not Silent Hill. I don't know what that is.
What are you talking about? That sound just happened.
Yeah.
That is Hannah trying to use an elk call on this hunting game.
Oh, I thought Matt actually had pushed play on something and it kind of sparked up a memory.
No.
Sorry.
I was wondering if anybody remembers the day that my Uncle Joey kidnapped me, threw me in the back of that truck, and drove off.
What?
No.
I don't
Is this a
think
true
I was
story?
around.
Yeah, it is. Well, here's what happened. Me and Chad and Stephen Hardman and Michael Sanders were down at Riley's hanging out. And see, we didn't have city water
In Glenfork
water
at the
in
time.
Glenfork at the time. Yeah. And so my Uncle Joey is part of the city water people who come in and install it, and so they were doing that. They were bringing it there. And so I guess he was just in Glenfork, and he drove by and saw me standing there with my brother and Chad and Michael Sanders, and he comes like pulling in his truck. He's got a pickup truck. He jumps out. I don't see that it's him though. I have no idea who this is because I'm not paying attention. He just pulls in real fast, grabs me, throws me up against the ice cooler, and picks me up and body slams me in the back of his truck. Gets in it and just takes the fuck off up the road. As fast as shit. Dude, and I'm freaking out. I didn't have any idea what the hell was going on. And we got up the road and he turned around and went up there to Rick Leeson's store, Brad's store. It's a little gas station up the road. And he stopped and got out and was coming around the side of the truck. You think somebody... You think somebody kidnapped you, did you? I was like, wow. I was not mad at all, though. Once I saw that it was him, I was just glad. I was just happy. It was funny. And he drove me back down there. I can't believe Chad doesn't remember it, because I do know he was there.
No, I don't remember. I don't know why I would think I would remember something like that.
Yeah, I know. Can't believe you don't. But that's
Yeah, that
real.
definitely sounds like a stick in your mind. Mac coming walking back down the road. Oh, it's just my uncle.
Yeah, well.
I must have killed that brain cell at one point in time. Sorry. It was expendable, Matt. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's Chad smoking now?
Is that Chad doing that?
Yeah, it sounds like Chad's little dick choking cough.
Yeah, I'm good. Matt, you remember
Tried
when
to
we were
swallow and it went around the wrong way, didn't it?
wrong hole, fool? You remember when we was coming out of the mountains once again in the bomb? Me and you were
The
sitting in
purple
front.
bomb?
TC and George, yes, and George and TC were in the back of the truck, and we made this plan and like killed the truck. I just stalled it out completely, let it die, and then Matt starts squalling out, what the hell is that, boys?"
Yeah, I remember this.
So I start, acting like I'm trying to start the truck and can't get it to go. George is climbing through the back glass saying, "Just start the truck, start the fucking truck." TC has already jumped out of the back, came through the passenger side door, and is practically sitting on Matt's lap.
Yeah. Man, he jumped up in there. George was just, oh man. George hanging halfway in and halfway out was the funniest part of the whole thing. But my question is, were you really scared?
I don't remember this, so I can't tell you. More than likely, if I was acting that way, I was probably scared shitless.
Damn, what do you think it was?
Probably a bear with us being in the mountains. That's the only thing I could figure.
Wow.
I don't know. The stuff we were into back then, like we could be terrified of anything and not really be. We lived to get ourselves scared, just for that little bit.
Yeah,
of
man,
rush.
kids did that though, don't you think? Like, you tried to make things scarier than they were. Seances, going to abandoned buildings, hanging out in the basement of your neighbor's house while she's upstairs and you're downstairs going through her Marlboro Miles prizes.
I remember that. She had 2 fly fishing poles
She did.
for some reason.
Yes. And I don't know why, but she was very ugly and very touchy, feely. There's a here we go. I need another sounder. Glen Fork story.
Yes.
I had this neighbor named Candy Miller, Hoosier. I guess I'll tell you this, and
Alright.
any audience that may ever hear this, I doubt. I had this neighbor named Candy Miller.
Is this the candy like that Reed sung about?
Well, we convinced her one night that this song was about her. She moved into my house. I don't know where she was from. I think Pennsylvania, because she said water.
It's in the
Water.
water. It's in the water.
Water.
Yeah, she said water. He found a water. Hey, what's going on? Hey, will you want a blue job? Working on my that's more Philadelphia, I guess, than Pittsburgh though. Pittsburgh is like, what do Pittsburgh people say? They say like video. No. Put that up against
I was going to say the same damn thing.
no. Put some gum bands around that spigot. That's Pittsburgh. But
Some
she was
gum
like,
bands?
he found water. That's what they call rubber bands. Gum bands. I don't know, man. There's a guy that I work with from the Pittsburgh area. Anyway, doesn't matter. What was I talking about?
Candy.
Candy.
Yeah. So, she was somehow connected to a girl that we went to school with named Lisa Ford, who also, of course, lived in Glen Fork. And so, Lisa would always be over at her house, which meant, of course, we were always going to go over there. Okay. So, we would go over there, and Candy loved having us over there. And she would always be inviting us in, and we were hanging out at her house, and we would be in her house wrestling, and we would just tear the shit out of it, and she didn't care. I mean, man, she would also, like, sometimes wrestle with us a lot, and, she accused Chad and his cousin
Jared.
of stalking her. And I heard this. Who did she tell this to? Because not the police.
No. I got word from it through Mom and Dad. So I don't know where it came. It's something to do with that church they was all going to at the time. and she had said something to them about it. And I think the reason that I got drug into it was not because she was dating Jerry, was because that night she tried to get me and you to stay at her house.
Oh yeah,
And
she
we was
wanted
like,
us.
No.
She wanted to spend the night with her.
Yeah, which
She
was
wa-
creepy because we was what, 14?
Man, she's like the equivalent of some like dirty old man who's like, "Oh yeah, girls, go ahead and it's okay if you mess up the house, whatever." I can't think of anything. Anyway, she was like that, and dude, we would go over there and take advantage of the situation too. We would like get on her computer and log on to her Yahoo account and get into chat rooms and pretend that we were child molesters and was looking for young girls under her Yahoo name or whatever. Anyway, yeah, it's weird.
It was funny
We're
though.
weird. So there's even a video. There's like a wrestling video where you can see in the background. We're behind a trailer. Everybody's all coming out. It's like a Royal Rumble, so one person comes out at a time until everybody's out there fighting at once. And so we're back there hanging out, and she comes back there, and her and Felicia and Jesse, I think, are talking to us. And she ends up like wrestling with me, and I don't know what she's doing, and I'm not trying to do anything back. But you can like see her. She has me like pinned on the ground. She's like just laying on top of me.
Ugh.
Yeah. So that was kind of weird. We like for a moment in time had this cougar in
Dude,
Glen Fork.
I love cougars.
Yeah, well, you'll know. We had a petition to get rid of her.
She had an okay body.
That's all that matters.
Her face was. She had a. I don't know.
She's got $1 million body, but a food stamp face.
I was thinking that too, but I would not say $1 million body. But it was.
She's
okay.
got a $500 body
There you go.
and a double nickel face.
I know
She
me and
has a
either
middle
me and
class
Benji or
salary.
me and Jared. Sorry, go ahead.
She'd have made a good stripper to Sugar Shack, huh?
Yes. Good way. Good way to describe her. She would make a good stripper that is in a podunk town that only has one strip club.
And the other stripper is Boss.
Yes. The other stripper is a girl that we Man, you know, a lot of girls that we went to school with are strippers now.
Yeah.
Or became strippers for a little while at least.
Send me pics.
Didn't you see one?
Did you just say send me pics?
Yeah.
What is that? That's your
Pics.
new millennial character?
Yeah, give me some pics,
Hey,
bro.
it's millennial. There's your character, Hoosier. Hey, it's millennial Steven. It says things that the millennials are into.
I'll be right back, fellas.
I mean, I got to, man. It's the new age. We got to adapt.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't be like these old sons of bitches are like, back in my day. We got to get down with it, man. LOL, Matt. LOL. I mean, you're the one that's like, you're the one that's like, I've got to come up with some sort of emoticon. Who the fuck uses emoticon? Millennials.
That's true.
That's who uses emoticon.
Millennials do use emoticons, but I think they call them emojis. They're millennial, Steve.
Well,
Right.
my bad.
But that abbreviation crap started back in the 90s, though, Matt, when we were all about the chat rooms.
It's true.
Man,
I would even go so far as to
back-
say that. I was gonna say, I would venture to say that that abbreviation started a little bit before the 90s.
Yeah, yes, I agree with you on that one. But those that you're talking about not liking, saying LOL and stuff like that.
It's not that I don't like him; I don't understand how to use them. I don't
Dude,
know when to use
It's like
it.
this. It's like this. Man, I made some green eggs and ham. Really? LOL. You
Wow.
didn't laugh. But it makes it known that you
Why can't I just say
realized
really?
it was a joke. Because don't be fucking lame. LOL.
Well, they're millennials, Steve.
I don't know, dude. LOL is just a fucking habit for me now.
It is me too. Like, even if I don't think something's funny at all,
But
like, I
wait a
can look at
minute.
him.
Is that the way of the millennial, to just use it all the time and to not really know why
Probably.
you're using it?
I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know.
That's what it is. I try to figure out where it's supposed to go when I'm supposed to just always put it. No, that's
You
not
don't
right
have
either.
to. You don't have.
And what am I? Don't understand millennials' character now? I'm being for real. I
But
don't know
that's
how to do
exactly
this.
how I was when we were doing the chat room trolling, as we did, because I had no idea what any of that crap meant, and I was like asking people. Somehow, Michael Sanders always knows what they mean.
I will tell you this. I do have a knack. I do have
A
a
what?
knack. I do have a knack for pretending to be a girl and tricking somebody online.
Yes, you do. Ecstasy rave, babe.
You have.
Wow. I can't believe you remember the name of that. That is so
Ah.
erotic. Yeah.
I may not have used
But
that
I've done
keyboard.
that. I've done that more than once. Oh, what? You've done it too? God,
Yes.
Chad, I swear we're gonna find out one day that Chad has sex with trannies. I really feel like he gets online and trolls as a woman to meet trannies, and then they show up expecting to see another woman, but it's Chad, and of course, you know, he just has his way with them. He rapes them.
Right. Right.
And this will be my testimony in court whenever they discover Chad's 800-page manifesto about hating
That's
the
way too many
unions.
No.
Man,
See, I think that's why Scott doesn't want to get in here anymore. I've given him so much hell about stuff being pro-union and stuff like that. He just doesn't want to talk to me ever again.
It could be it. Oh, what is stop? But yeah, dude. One time, I don't know if this counts as a Glenfork story, but one time, I pretended to be a girl named Rave Babe, and then it was like X Rave T Babe C was her name, and she was all into techno and stuff. This was, of course, right after I had first done ecstasy, and was all into that. God. So anyway, I make this character, and I find Michael Sanders online, and I start talking to him, and I just kind of like just start flirting with him, and I try to get him to talk back to me, and we send each other pictures, and I find a picture of a girl online and send him that and pretend that it's me. And
does he
then,
send you the real one? Like the real Sanders? Or does he send you like some faked up like quarterback
No,
ripped
no,
ad?
he sent a real picture of himself.
he like a.
I would have
brushed on his
wished
hair.
so. I would have loved so bad if Michael Sanders just sent me a picture of some like chiseled dude.
Love you. You still there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
here.
What are you doing? Locking somebody in a fucking goddamn walk-in
Just shoved him in the
freezer?
cellar.
No. I'm taking a walk.
What are you about? A size 14? You help me get this in my van. My arm's all busted. Listen at you, fucking obviously leaving a scene of a crime over there.
Yeah, it is.
Let's picture you going down a dimly lit stairwell with a bunch of doors. Now you're leaving. Someone is dead upstairs.
If I start hearing them big fluorescent lights,
It was all a dream. I can give you every character's backstory in the dream.
Tell you all the little details.
So we go to Beckley later that day, and we're on walkie-talkies, talking to each other in the trucks. And Michael Sanders gets on the walkie-talkie and is asking me if I know about Lords of Acid and the Crystal Method, which was some bands I had brought up to him that the girl was into.
Yes. I did. Oh, never mind. I know what you're doing. But, dude, this was.
George, where are you? A fucking warehouse?
I'm going down the stairs.
God damn.
About to get really loud because now I'm down here where the bar is.
George, do something for the podcast in that bar that we can hear.
Yes, please. Just hit on some random guy. We know you walk up and hit on some random guy.
Stand beside somebody and just start muttering weird stuff. Go stand beside somebody and just start going, I'm sick of this. Yeah, well, I told you. Oh. Well,
I'm only in it for 2 seconds leaving through the apartment.
You have to walk through a bar every time you leave your apartment?
Yeah.
God, that is my dream home.
Chad
I would never leave home.
Or go home.
No, I would just stay there all the time.
Like Chad would go, well, I'm going to go to the store. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Me and Chad, what was we doing that me and you just ended up at a fucking bar on like, daytime? Somebody was shopping or some shit.
Yeah, Delilah was shopping, and we just kind of waltzed into a bar. But Hoosier, you're really quiet.
So I'm about to be in a video rental store, though.
They still have those?
Something there. Yes, actually, there's one here. It makes quite a bit of money, believe it or not.
Is it outside of Walmart? Is it called Redbox?
No, it's a whole building called Family Video. Well, there's streets here too.
Well, I know, but I heard a car whipping by you. So, you're complaining about the volume of her game made you go to a video store to rent something?
Yeah,
I think this is a waste of time for me. Y'all want me to get off here so you don't have all this bullshit in the background?
What do you
I thought
mean?
it'd be funny. Mean that.
What?
The cars? That's not a problem?
Dude, I mean, they're loud as fuck. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand why you can never have a quiet moment in your life. It must drive you fucking crazy. How can you never...
It does
I think
sometimes.
he's one of those... I think the thing with George is he can't have a quiet moment because then he's alone with his thoughts.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That might be it. But I'm gonna hop off here and I'll get back hold of y'all when I get out of this.
What are you doing? Why are you even doing this?
Well, one, to get away, and two, Hannah was supposed to take these videos back earlier today, and of course she didn't.
Wow, you rented videos?
Yeah.
Wow.
I told you this earlier that we had rented The Martian and shit when I talked to you.
I know, but I guess I really didn't understand that I thought maybe you got them off. I don't know why I thought you downloaded them. I forgot you didn't have internet, but it's just, man, that's a thing of the past, isn't it?
It's actually still pretty awesome. It has the same,
There's no way Redbox is going to last.
It has the same mystique that it used to have. You know what I mean?
What kind of place you're going into a store that rents videos?
Yeah.
I can't believe there's still one around. I cannot believe that.
There's one right now. And not only do that, they rent games too, and game systems.
Hey.
Wow, that's pretty unbelievable. Ooh, it's quiet in that store. Just stay in there and talk to us. Browse the movies. Hell, okay. Well, here's a new bit. George in a movie theater. He tells us the title of a movie. No. Okay, you all tell me which is better. He tells us the title of the movie and we give him a synopsis, or he tells us the cover of the movie and we try and either guess what it's about or what it's called.
what it's. I don't know.
What? You didn't
I'm
understand
trying
what
to
I
think
said?
what. Yeah, that, and plus I'm trying to think what the fuck a synapse
It said,
is.
hold on a
Oh,
second.
No,
well,
I've
I
heard it.
mean, like, you know, it's like a summary or like a short little version of what you think the movie's about. Something that you'd see on the back of the fucking movie.
Oh, okay.
Describe it.
I got you. I would say name the title.
All right. So what you need me to do?
Okay, George, you're gonna go and to look at some movies, preferably older ones, or
Okay.
ones that have artwork on them. Look at the cover,
All right.
describe the artwork, and we're gonna guess what the movie is about.
2 seconds though.
Oh wait, or no, we're gonna
Uh,
guess the name of the movie,
Last
right?
Return and The Martian. This one didn't work, and I'm supposed to
Okay.
get a different copy of it. I can watch it.
Go ahead and grab that one.
Oh, sweetheart.
Really?
What a briskly voice that young lady had. What do you call it?
Where's
Not
the,
briskly. What's the word?
Sounds
like
something
a-
you would describe what's her name, Erica, as. Hi, my name's
All
Erica.
this?
Oh, oh snap!
Okay, thank you. Is this? I'm trying to
Thank
look
you,
for
ma'am.
that one. Here you go, ma'am.
Here you are, man.
I found that other.
God, I
Go
hate
ahead and
hearing
put
George say
something-
"ma'am." It
I'll find
disgusts me.
Disgust you.
It does. It really sounds
Okay,
like a
so-
black shoe shiner.
So, do I name the actors in the movie as well, or just the cover art?
What? Oh,
You said
well,
you wanted me to find an old movie.
if the cover art is just like a famous guy on the cover, tell us the famous guy and what he looks like, what he's like, what his pose is.
Okay, here I'll start with this one. One guy, he's got a sword in one hand.
Can you all hear me chewing?
Yes.
Yeah, wearing
Yeah.
a wearing a pair of brown slacks. It's the only way I know how to describe it. A white shirt that looks like only the very bottom is buttoned, and he's also got one of those things that like a man purse that goes over your shoulder.
God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's wearing a cowboy.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay. I'm gonna say Indiana Samurai.
Close.
Describe it again. I wasn't paying attention.
So he's wearing a sword. He's got a shirt on that's like I said, it looks like a bottom button is buttoned. The rest of it's open. He's got a pair of brown slacks on, cowboy hat.
And ain't that like is this? It's a fuck. What's the name of that one movie? Like boot. I'm what can I say? Can't fucking get Bukkake out of my head. Budokai or something like that.
Buddha cap, no. Matt had it. He just said samurai at the end.
Indiana Jones.
Yep.
That's gay.
It's the Temple of Doom. I think that's the reason why he's got the sword in his
Why
hand.
am I the only one that went for the joke?
Bam.
I thought we were gonna make up what kind of movie it is.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
What?
All right, George, keep
I'm
going.
only called part. Okay.
This is going pretty good.
Let me see here. It's a guy and a dog.
You know,
Both of them
Jody,
wear
no.
makeup on their face, with 4 guys over top of them who are wearing makeup over their face, and the guy and the dog have guitars. I can't go that way. Yep.
Okay, say it one more time. Wouldn't be Desperado or not Desperado. Fucking
Kiss fucks the pound puppies.
No.
I don't know. Once upon a time in Mexico.
Bunch of dogs on it. Is that what you said?
One guy, one dog. They both have makeup on their face, and both of them have guitars. And there's 4 guys standing over them with makeup on their face.
Turner and Hooch.
No.
That would be Turner and Hooch.
There we go.
And this is the coughingest group of motherfuckers ever. Y'all the coughingest goddamn son of a bitches anybody's ever heard of.
I don't want to hear it. I seen you doing it a minute ago. Why is he not? God, he's so stupid. Why?
I cannot find anything.
I'm trying to do something here. And Cracky McGee won't answer the damn phone. Did I get muted, Matt?
Who are you talking about? No.
Somebody
No,
sacrifice some babies?
I have it muted while I read these chats.
There he is.
Movie.
Damn, what is that? The audio got really bad for everybody. Is anybody else hearing this?
That's just one guy.
Yeah,
Speaking
I
again,
got
Joe,
some
to
stuff
see
in
if
the
that
background
works.
here too. So
Is somebody else on here?
Yeah.
Who is it?
I think it's Jody. I think it's Jody.
Well, holy shit. What's happening? Jody Brown. Jody, no middle name Brown. Oh my god, Jody. Have a fucking song for you. That's for you, Jody.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going in the house, so I'm like near the Wi-Fi thing.
Near the router.
Shit.
God, what a door. You woke up all Brown Town. Way to go.
Yeah, I know.
All right, well, fellas, I'm gonna jump off here because I'm not gonna get any time in the house either. Hannah goes. She works next weekend, so I'll be free again. We'll do it then, and I will talk at y'all later.
Bye, George.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Wait a minute. Wait a second. George, are you getting off?
He's gone.
Damn it. Why did he leave?
Because he has no free time.
That is weird. That is such a weird relationship. George, I swear he raises Hannah. Like she's one of his kids.
She is.
Only unlike one of his kids, she's still around.
I was biting my tongue.
Whatever, he had his chance to be mean while he was on. He did not.
Yeah, he tried a few things there. I mean, at least he downed me.
Yeah, he did. But that's so easy.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Yeah.
Somebody had to say it.
Had to be said.
Hoosier wasn't going to, and Hoosier's usually the prime guy to make fun of you.
He likes to try.
Who's your on here?
Yeah, he's on here, but his throat's sore. Friday night was rough on him.
Yep.
Oh,
Friday Night is the name of a transsexual that he met. At
frequents
this bar.
every now and
You are a dancing queen.
I think he's dead. I've seen that one-eyed face of
God,
him.
if only. I mean, really, honestly, Hoosier.
Yes,
I mean, does every time you go to say the Pledge of Allegiance, somebody calls 911, thinks you're having a heart attack?
yes.
It's time. He's clutching his chest. It's finally happening.
The real-life Peter Griffin has died. That's what that scraggly beard makes me think of one Hoosier.
Hoosier would look like Peter Griffin if them balls was not in his mouth and was on his chin.
That's a really no.
It was really
I'll
good.
leave my balls on the Hoosier chin alone.
I don't know. When your picture popped up, Jody, I think you've got the chin for it.
I do.
Well,
And the chubs for it too, Jody. I'm sorry, I had to bring that one out there.
Oh,
So how'd that vasectomy go?
oh, did you get a vasectomy, Jody?
yeah, I actually did on the 25th. I got
Is
it,
this-
then it got. Uh, I got. I slipped. Had to trying to get out of the car. At the
And
ball
you got
game,
somebody else pregnant.
yeah. I like crushed my fucking nuts on the car seat.
Oh God!
Woke up next day and I couldn't even fucking get out of bed. They were fucking black, and I had to go to the ER. And while I was in the ER, the next day when I went to see the surgeon, they was fucking getting infected, so I had to fucking go to the hospital for 2 days and take fucking IV antibiotics for a couple of days.
That was the worst story I've ever heard.
Should have just had him completely removed if that much had already happened. I mean, what's the point?
God!
I'll tell you what, that fucking sucked. That surgery. They try to say, oh, it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad after they numb it. But when they pull your fucking nut up in a fucking, pull it up in the sack, tighten it up, and stick a fucking needle in that motherfucker and numb it.
Oh
About
no! Oh God, no! I can't do this. Oh no! This is hurting my stomach.
fucking have.
He's saying, "Can you hear this?" Jody is talking about how they had to numb him. They numbed him to do his vasectomy. Just pulled
Yeah, I
his
thought they
balls
were
up
just-
and stuck a needle in there and numbed it.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
I
were just
can't
gonna
do
be
it.
like,
I cannot do that. They have to put me to sleep. They have to.
Matt,
Hey,
the
Walt?
only reason this happened is because these people knew who Jody was. They said, this motherfucker has got 18,000 kids. We're going to torture his son of a bitch.
he was pretty cool. He had some students, which was one guy and two really pretty girls. So they got to see my fucking junk, which I didn't care. The big fucking iguana.
So they were what? Veterinary interns?
Yeah,
Marine biologists?
I mean,
Call him like I see him.
Marine biologists. Calls him like I sees him. Man, that is terrifying and hurts my
Yeah.
heart. That gives me anxiety.
because I thought they said they were going to numb it. I thought they were just going to give like a shot like in the sack or something. But he was like, "Oh, you have to get the testicle, and you have to do each testicle at a, because he does one side to the
No.
other
Oh,
because it
God.
has different blood flows. So he has to numb each testicle, and then he says you have to grab it and pull it up to where the testicles like this." I was sitting there like, "Holy fuck!" He said, "Then you do 15." Like 15 times with a fucking big needle. I was like, "You've got to be fucking." Then I started sweating.
15
Trying to-
times?
Yeah, he had to do it. Then he had to do it more because it didn't numb all the way.
No! This is not real.
Yeah, it is.
Dude,
Yeah,
I'm
fucking
telling you,
sucks.
if soon as he started saying that,
15 times with a needle. Why would that be? Why would not
Because-
one just do it?
He has to go down it. He's like, you go 1, 2, 3, and then you get to the bottom and go 1, 2, 3. And he said you go to the sides 1, 2, 3. That's how he kept doing. And then it was like he said you up to 15 times. And then when he stopped, he cut. I didn't feel him cut, but when he pulled like the little tube thing out and started cutting it was like somebody kicking me in the fucking balls. And I
because
was
he
like,
just
"Ugh."
stabbed him 30
And-
times.
And he was like, "You feel that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So then he had to numb it some more. And then when he got done with that and sewed it, he had to go to the other side and do the same thing. And then he was like, that's when he was explaining you have to do each testicle separately because they got different blood flows. But this time he numbed it. Because like after like the 5th or 6th shot, you can't feel it anyway. But he keeps,
You got to go 5 and you're still feeling it?
oh, fuck
Oh,
yeah.
This-
It's like he doesn't 1, 2, and after the third one, you can't feel. And it's like you feel the next one, 1, 2, and then you can't feel. And it's like when he goes to the bottom, that was where it was sensitive. Like when he fucking went like he's like,
Ah, God, I'm hurting.
I can't take this.
and then that night when all that numbing shit wore off, it felt like every 2 or 3 minutes, it felt like somebody like flipped me in the balls. And I mean, it was so bad, I was fucking puking and everything.
Stop.
For like hours and done that. Like every few minutes he's like, fuck, and I have to get up and go puke. Like, fuck this.
I cannot go through that. I can't do it.
God.
I've been through 2 kidney stones. I can't do that.
It ain't as bad as kidney. It ain't as bad as a kidney stone. Ain't even half as bad as fucking kidney stone.
Oh, I don't know how that could be.
I mean, really. It was bad. The shot was bad. After he done the surgery. The next day I was real sore, but you just kind of wear like tight underwear to kind of keep them up. And then that third day I was fine until I slipped on that fucking ice and crushed my fucking nuts like it is. God damn, it hurt.
This makes my heart like drop and fill with panic.
And then I sat in that ball game and hurt. I was like, damn, I've hurt my fucking self. Like, kind of just thought it was sore already. And then I come home, went to sleep, and woke up, and it felt like I was carrying around a fucking cinder block in my balls trying to go to the fucking shower.
This is if you wanted a commercial for why to not get a vasectomy, this is it. This is it. There's no way I'm getting one now. There's just no way.
I didn't get mad. She don't fucking fall and shit. And that's what I did. And I bruised them real bad. Because I hit so hard that the next day they were fucking black. It was awful. I looked like a fucking fuller.
This makes me want to go tomorrow. Test this theory out.
It fucking took me. I was fucking down for 2 weeks. I mean, I literally was fucked up for 2 weeks.
Wow.
Supposed to be 4 days. I was fucked up for 2
See,
weeks.
Lee Reedy had it done, and he said it wasn't that bad. But I mean, he worked.
Tommy Power
He
said it
works in
wasn't
the
that
hospital.
bad. Tommy said it wasn't bad. I didn't think it. Honestly, I think if I wouldn't have got hurt, it wouldn't have been that bad. Because that third day, it wasn't even hurt. No, I could have went back to work that next day. But when I slept like I did, I fucking busted one of the sutures open, like this wore stitch. I hit so hard. I didn't know I'd done that until I woke up that next morning. They was fucking blood all over my fucking leg and on the bed and shit where I kept like turning and moving. And every time I did it, make it bleed and shit while I'm on them blood thinners. I was like, fuck.
What a horrific experience.
And that ain't what sucked when they got out to the fucking hospital and they had to do an ultrasound on them to see if they was like bleeding and shit in there. Like they were trying to find fucking bleeding. That fucking shit sucked.
I can see it now, wheeling Jody into the ER. We need a couple ultrasounds on this guy. Yeah, no shit, he ate about 5 babies.
He took me back there and that girl's like, here, let's put these on the towel. And it hurt because, I mean, anything touch them, it fucking hurt. She laid them on a fucking towel and I was like, oh, then she rolling that son of a bitch across there. It was fucking suck.
Dude, that was.
Wait a minute. You're saying that they used that stupid thing that they put on a woman's stomach on your nut sack to look and see if the
blood flow was. It was like they were trying to see if the blood flow was going okay. Make sure they wasn't nothing like tore or something like where they was so bruised. They was trying to make sure that they wasn't no constriction of blood, like they wasn't no blood, like clots or like instructions or anything. Make sure the blood flow was okay.
They want no blood clots.
Yeah,
making sure that they hadn't grew back together.
No, it wasn't that. They couldn't tell that by that. But just the blood flow. I guess it was like the blood flow kind of thing. Because if it was not, they're going to have to go in. I guess I don't know what they will fucking do. It sucked. I fucking felt. Man, I tell you, it sucked. Then for 2 days after it, I couldn't even wear underwear or anything touch them. I mean, just touch it was just awful, like fucking just bad.
God.
I just laid in the bed here, watched TV. My dad's for a couple of days. Didn't even get out of bed.
That makes me wonder, though, man, because you talk about this and all the pain you went through and shit like that. Man, when we downed that hog and cut its nuts out, I mean, we didn't numb it or nothing. We just held the bastard down, sliced the sack open, popped him out, cut him, and threw him, and then, put some stuff on him so he didn't get infected and let him go. And he quit squealing when we let him go. So maybe that's what we should have done to you. Probably would have been a lot less painful.
What the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? Why would you?
Denutting a pig.
What does that do?
On the males, if you're not going to use them for just breeding, you cut the nuts off, so it does something to the meat, apparently. I don't know. So if you buy a male pig to eat, make sure its nuts are already cut, because you don't want to do that. It sucks.
Wow, that's weird. That fucking story just came out of nowhere. I was like, first of all, because I thought you said hawk.
Oh.
And I was like, wow, I didn't even know you could cut a hawk's balls off.
We caught that hawk in that tree. We just grabbed it, cut its balls
Yeah, well,
off,
he said
away.
he downed it. And I just thought, so he somehow got a hawk down and cut its balls out and then sewed it back up and let it go. What a fucking psychotic venture that is.
We didn't sew anything, man. We just slapped that antibiotic shit on it and let him up.
Let him bleed all over the place.
Man, let me tell you.
Really bleed.
Do you realize that if aliens ever come here, they could do that to us?
Yeah.
Stop us from breeding.
I mean, they could do whatever they wanted to us. Just like we do other animals.
Yeah. Right, and that kind of scary.
As long as they don't put my feet in high waders, I'm fine.
Okay, let me ask you something. Aliens come down and take over, and they domesticate humans, right?
Yeah.
What do? Would you try and live through it and just do whatever it is they need you to do, or would you fight back, or would you just take out, just kill yourself?
I would try to fight for a little while. It depends on what's going on. I mean, if they may be better than the government we have now. You know what I'm saying? They may be better leaders.
Yeah, it's going on how much they torture Chad when he fights back. See what I do.
Well, I mean, at first, I'm just going to kind of hang back and see what's going down. I'm not going to do no fighting back at first. I'll probably bury some weapons somewhere, that way I can get to them if need be. But, I mean, like I said, they may help us in the long run. We may be slaves for a little bit, but we've been slaves for the last, 100 years to our government? So, what's the big deal?
Yeah, but man, well, so you're saying if they come down and they kind of still let us live our life, but what if they kind of cattle us up?
If they treat us like cattle, is that what you're talking about? Use our women for milk?
Well, this is a new take on it right now.
Like Planet of the Apes shit.
Yeah, what about that? Like Planet of the Apes. But now, yeah.
I mean, I would definitely have to try and fight back. I would try to get the hell away from them. I wouldn't go out hunting them down to, fight back, but I would try and escape. Because I'm not about killing myself.
To where?
Well, I mean, just somewhere secluded.
Another planet?
Yes, I would steal their ship and go back. I'd go to Jupiter.
That's like being just imagine if you're a zebra and you think look, zebras can never hide from us. If we wanted them. If humans, for some reason, wanted to hunt down each and every zebra, they could never hide from us. So that's kind of how these aliens are. Like, where would you run off to? You know, they would know all of the planet. You'd have to leave the planet and them not find out about it somehow.
Go underground, find an old mine, live in it. Because I mean, obviously, they can only see the top part, right? I mean, they could have some
Well-
kind of.
Well, they could be
And-
down here on the planet. Like,
Well, I
are you
know that.
assuming that they're going to stay up in the ship?
No, not at all. Especially if they're using us as cattle. But I mean, I know
Well, why
what
could they
happens to
only
the
see
bulls.
the top part?
Well, I'm just saying they don't. You know, they're not going to go exploring a mine because they don't come here for coal. Don't come here for salt.
That's right. Nobody wants coal. Tell them, Hoosier.
That's right.
Still didn't get a rise out of it.
I know.
I mean, why
God.
would they need that? It's like you said. When they come here, they have harnessed fusion, so they don't need that crap.
See, that was my thoughts on it too. They totally have technology beyond just what our planet could offer.
Right.
Unless they just took and just unless they hoarded us up, took us all out and fucking use us as slaves. And
The only thing I could think of, and I think it was Hoosier that brought it up, but it may not have been. If it was, whatever. But was that okay? Yeah, there are a lot of other planets around that they could go to, but there's not a lot of planets in that Goldilocks zone where life can be. Because, you know, they're still alive. They had to come to life under certain circumstances, and they would need to live under those circumstances. Like, they couldn't live on Jupiter. Nothing, you know, nothing can survive
Yeah.
on Jupiter. And why would they try if it's that horrific? So they would want our planet to live on, I think.
Exactly. So they would just eradicate us.
or they
So
might find
swirl.
some kind of mineral or some kind of source that's on their planet to take that they need.
A little
All
glow,
they need is a
some
place
sort of
to live.
glowing crystal.
No, it's just they need somewhere to live because they've destroyed the planet or it's become overpopulated.
Or they just want another one.
Right.
I mean,
Colonize.
just think, if we went to Mars, what would the reason be? Just because we want to go there.
Yeah. I mean, that's all we do. We go take shit and draw dicks in it, apparently.
Oh no, Matt Damon's been up there for a little while. He'd be all right.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's still singing show tunes.
This is true. Well,
No, Mars is the only planet inhabited by solely robots, Jody. I don't know if you know this or not.
it's true. Those robots are the first Martians. Or, there's a guy that believes that there's evidence that there was a civilization on Mars, but it destroyed itself with nuclear weapons. Yeah, he said
Steve
because
got
of
that fun.
some certain amount of some radiation that they found up there makes him believe that it come from a nuclear blast. I mean, it's not fact, of course. This is just this guy's opinion.
Right. I mean, they found methane on Mars also, and methane's only there like 600 years after life's over.
Man. You know, a lot of people say, like, what if we originally were on Mars and then we came here? Well, why would we be so primitive once we got here and not know about fire in the wheel and medicine and electricity and all that other stuff? We would have had to have known extremely advanced technologies to get from Mars to here. We didn't
Right.
were they made of what, a wooden... What was that?
That was
wooden mic.
Jody. It was
What is it?
Jody strangling himself.
Autoerotic asphyxiation. You know, so that doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying?
No. I mean, us being seeded by another planet or thing, yeah, maybe. Could have something jump started us. I could.
Oh, damn. interesting.
They might have took us out some fucking other place like these aliens and stuck us here for a fucking experiment. See how good we're going to do.
That's right. They could have. Very, very true.
And that's why there's like in and out all the time. They're kind of fucking watching us. That's why people get abducted. They're trying to like see some experiment. Let's see how good they're doing. Let's see what their nutrition and what they've done about. Hey, let's try to see how good they're doing. All this bullshit.
That was yeah. I mean, I agree. That could be happening. It very well could be. I mean, there are people who believe that is what's happening, and then like people in these Illuminati groups and these people in like certain areas of the government and stuff are have made some kind of deal with them. That was what is Chad doing?
I wasn't doing anything.
Have made some kind of deal with him. Edgar Mitchell, he's an astronaut. He was one of the guys that was on the moon. He thinks that the United States has been covering up alien encounters.
Yes. Also, they said that I don't know if you've already said this. I just came in, so sorry. They cut out the live feed when something comes by the International Space Station.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of things where they actually seen them and know they're there, that they're just watching us. But all that shit gets cut out.
Man, that's really weird. Well, what did you all think about those lights over Arizona?
I didn't see anything on yet.
Yeah.
I didn't see nothing about it.
This was old. This was like back in the 90s.
I've seen quite a bit of different things on TV, like different places, different lights and bullshit. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to tell. I believe in that shit.
Weather balloons.
Now, I have seen some weather balloons that do look like things that just hover. They really do look like UFOs.
Does the Chinese or the an Asian culture, don't they still put like tea light candles and like paper lanterns and let them fly around? Maybe that's what it was.
No.
See, the lights over Arizona, I wonder if I could bring it up and you could see it. What are you doing right now, Hoosier? Just Google the Arizona lights.
I'm recording gameplay for your podcast since I ain't talking.
Okay, well...
I'm already on it, Matt.
Alright. Well, Jody, do you know what this is?
Yeah.
You do? It's where those, there's just like this formation of lights showed up over Arizona.
I've heard about it. I think we talked about this in Scotland last time.
Da-da-da-da-da. What have I done? I'm a crackhead.
1997 is where it happened.
Can you see any of this, Matt? Like with my camera, I'm moving around. Doodle-doo.
Hang on. The Phoenix lights, yeah. Yeah, see, I can see that. Jody, I guess you can. I was going to bring this up. Can you see that, Hoosier?
Yeah, I looked at it there.
So,
Right. Hey, there's that thing I seen at Stevens Lake.
a triangle. Jody, we're
Yeah.
looking at like a, imagine a pointy A that has no middle. Has lights on it.
That thing right there.
Huh.
Anywho, was you wanting me to read some kind of
No,
lore about it?
man.
Okay.
You can't. Well, can.
Nah, it's too late. I done exited off of it.
Hang on, I got something here. I'm still on. The Phoenix lights. Yeah. Lights of varying. Okay, hang on. Phoenix Lights, also identified as Lights over Phoenix, was an alleged UFO sighting which occurred in Phoenix, Arizona and Sonora, Mexico on Thursday, March 13, 1997. Lights of varying descriptions were reported by thousands of people between 7:30 and, I don't know, this army time, 10:30, in a space of about 300 miles from Nevada line. Witnesses claim to have observed a huge V-shaped, several football field-sized, coherently moving dark UFO. Stars would appear behind it. I don't know, man. I mean, I believe
He's probably testing something from the huge Air Force base in Nevada, also known as to Stephen Hoosier as Area 52. I mean, they could have just been flying something from there.
Yeah.
That they've tested. Did you know they've got shit that they're not going to tell us about? There's a lot of shit the government doesn't tell us about.
That's
Some
why you go
things
to
I can
Roswell.
understand. Right. Go to Rosdale and find that. Yeah, I hate you.
I don't know, like me and Hoss, we used to get into a whole lot of stuff. Come from Glenn Rogers and steal people's bikes and shit. Like, because we got tired of walking. I don't know. It's a lot of.
Hoss
I mean-
was never a real big help to you, Jody, when you got into trouble with him, though. I mean, why did you continue hanging around?
I don't know.
'Cause I remember that
guess.
story about you getting into a fight, and Hoss was with you, and you had to fight a whole carload of guys because Hoss was, in his words, just too busy laughing. He couldn't help you.
No, they was there to fucking fight him. It wasn't nothing about me fighting.
Oh.
It was like.
So
there's
what
a bunch of
happened?
people- House was talking to this girl from Mullins, this Tara White or something like that. It was her name, and she was this guy that she used to date. His name was Ski Thomas. He's from over there, and I guess House they got into it on the phone, and he said he was going to come and meet him, and House was like, "Yeah, meet me at Riley Brooks's and all this." And, all this and that. So House called me and Ronald and Shane Brooks and Gary Tilley and Joey Hoosier and all of us. We all was down at the school or down at the store, and they rode by, and there's like him and there's like three other guys with him. And, they pulled in there and started talking all this crap, and me and Ronald get his ass whipped by everybody, but he'd fight, buddy. He'd stand right there with you and fucking take one so you don't get hit so many times a year. and we're all arguing, and just next thing I know, man, we're sitting there arguing, and I turn around and look, and Gary and Hoss are riding up the road on their bicycles, on past Lexi Morgan's house on bikes.
So what happened with the fight?
It was just pretty much what the other guys were supposed to be fighting, is what old Ski said, and he'd taken off up the road. And then it was kind of just that was it. And, they left, and then we went up there and found House at his mom and them, and him and Ronald about got into a fight because Ronald was talking trash to him, I guess. And then I know what Chad's talking about now, and Greg Fournier and them tried to jump me out of Glenn Rogers, and Hoss was with me, and they stopped beside the road and act like they was gonna give us a ride, and then Greg sucker punched me, and I started hitting everybody, and they was trying to climb out of the car, and I was just stomping them back in the car, and Hoss he was just over there just spectating, I guess. I was like, "Why the fuck didn't you help me?" He's like, "Well, I couldn't get over there where you were at."
I couldn't get over there. What was blocking his way?
Fear.
I guess me. I had Greg pinned against that car because they was older than I was. God, I was like 15, 16 years old. And Shit, Greg was in his 20s, and Johnny Wayne, and Greg Broyles, a bunch of them. They was all trying to get. What was funny, they was trying to climb that back seat, and I was hitting Greg and stomping, kicking him back in the car.
Why did he punch you?
Because we were, I don't know why. They just people done that stuff back in all the time. Had to watch people. They knock your brains out for no reason.
Man, that's crazy. Not to take something from you?
No, they just drunk. People get drunk, and I guess they just try to be pricks and shit, try to jump on people and stuff.
Man, do you all remember when they used to have those softball games and EL and Goose would get into a fight every time?
Yeah. I seen that crap all the time, though. I mean, it's my family. I seen them do that stupid shit all the time. I remember being in Braxton County, the hunting season. This is back when Paul's big thing was just being drunk all the time. He come back to the hunting camp drunk. EL knocked his ass on the ground and dunked his head in a mud hole. I thought he was literally going to drown him. Like Paul, he's like, "You gonna come back here drunk, you dumbass?" And Paul would be, he'd raise him up and say, Paul would start talking shit, and he'll just dunk his face back down in the mud hole, man. Like, God.
Why would EO and Goose fight all the time?
I have no idea. I really don't. But probably just over some call in the softball game. Because they took that shit way too far.
Everybody used to fight up there all the time.
Man,
the softball
they did.
game.
Always.
It was like, I don't know, it was always something. Everybody get drunk and high and stuff, and I don't know. It was just crazy stuff. Like,
yeah, people used to come out.
But that was good. That was good stuff, because I sit and think about stuff like that. Back in, I remember like them teams we would have. It'd be like the Browns, and then you have the Macmillans, and then Tommy Powers and them had a team, and then you had like a group from Oceana to have a team, a group from Pineville. There'd be like 13 or 14 softball teams. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whole softball teams playing in softball tournament all weekend. And why you couldn't get two teams together now to play one game because you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of the drugs.
We used to try.
Yeah, I mean, that's when I was like still in high school and just got out high, around that time, and we played them softball tournaments and stuff, and it was like God, a lot of everybody had softball teams.
Man, I used to love going down there when everybody was playing softball. Be all kinds of people down at the ball field.
Yeah. I mean,
I remember two people that I do not know who in the hell. I think one of them may have been Mike Smith. They were arguing, bickering, and never fought. It never come down to fight. But one of them got up in the back of the other one's truck and started jumping up and down, just rocking the shit out of it for some reason. And I looked at Dad, I was like, what is going on? He's like, they're just stupid. I mean, because they didn't fight. They argued, and then they took it out on each other's vehicles.
Man, that was like a social setting for kids growing up, was that ball field. Because, man, while the parents, we would go down there, me and George would be down there a lot, and Kearney and Billy Belcher, and we would meet all these other guys and girls from like Oceana and Pineville and Glen Rogers sometimes whenever they'd come down. It was a social place to hang out. We'd be back here the parents would be up there playing softball. We'd be back here wrestling sometimes, talking to girls on the slide. Boxing. People would bring boxing gloves over there, and boys would box.
God.
It was crazy.
Remember when Mikey Hoosier and Benj Kazort boxed?
Yeah,
Was
Mikey.
you down there that day?
Yeah,
Big
Mikey
shit.
blacked his eye.
Yeah. Benji looked at me and said, if anybody asks, just tell them we was all down here just wrestling around. I was like, okay.
Well, what is the difference in wrestling around and just play boxing?
That's what I was.
Yeah.
What's it matter? But I don't know. Just his parents were weird. I can remember when Dad used to coach way before we were ever in school. His parents coming down there and trying to talk to Dad because Benji didn't make the team. I mean, how you going? Obviously, if he doesn't make a team, they was a bunch of kids back then. He's just not good enough. Of course, it's a kid's sport. That at Little League, should have just left him on the team. Throw him out there because it doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, I guess.
But he was trying to explain something to him, and I can't remember what it was. I was too young to remember what the hell he was saying. But they've always been weird people.
Yeah, well, ever since their mom, where she tours with Aerosmith and stuff, she gets tired all the time.
She's a country singer now, Jody.
No, she looks like
Steven Tyler.
Steven Tyler. But no, I don't know. They were always weird. It's like it's at E-Step. They're all kin to Nancy. It's Nancy's sister and everything. And that's that damn Stewart conspiracy bullshit. It's like me and Nancy got into it in Amber a couple of days ago at a ball game.
Always.
It was like they were sitting behind me, and this little girl, Emily Johnson, was walking around with a basketball. And, she ain't fucking bothering nothing, you know what I mean? She just walking around holding a basketball. And she carries it with her all the time. I mean, every time you see it, kid, she's got that basketball. And she walked off, and Nancy was telling all them other parents, like, when we were in school, when you come in the door, if you had a basketball, they took the basketball right there, and they give it back to you when you left. I don't see why they're left. And I turned around and I said, well, a lot's changed since the 1940s, Nancy. I said, I said, we're allowed. I said, even the niggers is allowed to ride in the front of the bus now. Like it right there. Amber told me I was a smart ass, and I said, well, ain't nothing but she ain't hurt nobody carrying that fucking ball. It just pisses me off. I like to grab Nancy and suplex her fucking ass through a fucking barbed wire fence. I hate her. I hate her fucking guts. I swear to you.
Yeah, there's no way I could go to anything in Glen Fork anymore.
She gets on my fucking nerves.
Yeah, she
Amber
is
tried
awful.
to go buy 2 hot dogs and come walking up them steps and trip. Fucking hot dogs went flying everywhere.
Gonna start recording stupid shit like that.
I wish I could. You should have seen they was a big old tall guy. I bet he was about 6'5" down there at Road Branch tonight down there at Jen and them's ball game. And I swear to God, I wish I had a fucking camera. Because you know how the ball gets stuck in the corner of the rim and the fucking ball goal? Well, this guy, he gets up, he looks like he can't fucking move. He runs over like he's going to jump and knock that ball out there. And he fucking went to jump and fucking, he was still 2 feet from the fucking ball, about fell against the fucking wall and everything. Yeah, the whole fucking gym started laughing. I was like, why ain't somebody fucking recording this shit? It was too fucking funny.
Man, Road Branch's gym, I never did really care for it, but it was better than Huff's. I hated playing at Huff.
Is that the one?
Oh,
that
you
had
should
tile
see Huff.
floors?
You should see Huff's new school now. Fuck, it's nice as fuck.
Really?
Yeah,
That's good.
Huff got a really nice school. Really fucking nice.
You really didn't even have it out of bounds, man. Like, you'd be trying to throw the ball in, and you've got like 3 inches. Your foot's halfway like inbounds when you're trying to throw the ball. It was awful.
That's how fucking Cole Mountain, his brother, got him for embezzling like his dad's money or something. And they came up to the grade school. We was all sitting up there. They had like some kind of play, like Thanksgiving or I think it was a Thanksgiving play. And the fucking cops come in there and arrested him right there in front of every fucking body.
Wow.
And see, him and Melinda lived in a motel in Beckley for a long time, and then they brought a camper up there, and then they turned that garage into like a little apartment. That's where Melissa and Brandon Wimmer live at now.
God, Melissa and Brandon Wimmer.
Yeah.
Drugs, buddy. Do stupid things.
Wow. Jody, did you see things going this way with Melissa?
Well, Melissa was always the type of person that any kind of negative or positive fucking anything with her. Like even if it was negative or positive, she fucking fed off of it. You know what I mean? If she was getting talked about for being a whore, she would dress like a whore. Or they talked about her dressing like a whore, then she wanted to do everything she could to dress like a whore. So they talk about her. Or you know what I mean? She was just that type of person. And,
So is that why you got her initials tattooed on your leg? So people would say, "Oh, they must be dating or getting married because Jody got her initials tattooed on her leg," and then she'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's what's going on." Is that what's
Good
going on there?
question.
me and her was together when I done that.
Really?
I done that. Yeah, I done it for her on her birthday. I done it on her birthday because she kind of asked me to. Like we were talking about it, and I told her I'd get it. She didn't believe me, and I did, like a fucking idiot. But
Man, she's pretty crazy. Hey, you were talking about him burning down houses. Made me think of this. Do you remember when the fire department was burning down all those houses?
yeah, that's how they got Misty and Desiree. They got them fucking caught.
What?
They
Why
didn't
did?
ever.
Who orchestrated all that?
I don't know. Travis Smith and Travis lost that scholarship for WBU and everything over all that bullshit.
Do you remember this, Chad?
Yeah, I remember when they was doing it, but I don't know anybody that like why, or who was over doing it.
It was
Man.
just they get money. They just get money to the fire department if they had so many fires. The more fires they done, the more grant money they got from the county and the state. So even if they was getting these burning structures and all this bullshit, they was getting more money. I think Darren Stapleton had something to do with all that shit too.
Yeah, so
You know.
they sent these people out to set these houses on fire so that the fire department would have something to go put out. And
Yeah.
then they started investigating that. How did they figure out that somebody or who was doing
Well-
it or whatever?
Well, what happened? They didn't know They didn't know who was setting the fires. They didn't have a clue. And then Ron had put them cameras in down at the car wash. Okay, and then Misty, Mark was married to Mark. Misty pulled in at the car wash, and her and Desiree got out. And you could see on the camera, because I just knew this when Misty was married to Mark. My dad and him had to go over bond and shit. Desiree was underage. Misty was overage. And Desiree got out of the car, and her and Misty, they left Brooke in the car, and Brooke was a baby. Mark and him was a kid. And they walked down to where that trailer was between Derek's grandma's and Stumbo's house.
Yeah.
That old trailer. And they seen him walk down through there, and then they seen him run back on camera, and then 5 minutes later, that trailer was engulfed. That's how they all got fucking caught. And then they all just started telling them. Desiree and him was told on everybody. Her and Misty told on fucking everybody. And then that's when Travis and J.R. Tilly and all them all started getting in trouble.
And that's how. So they just suspected it was linked to the fire department. They never did prove it.
Yeah, they couldn't prove that it was linked to the fire department, but they all told that that's what happened. But somehow Darren and all of them got out because Travis and him said that Darren and put him up to it, and it was
I think
overall.
Travis was in the fire department at that time.
Yeah, all
because
of
that
them was in the
became-
fire. All of them done it was in the fire department. J.R. Brooks and Sean Sheets and Bo Ball and all them was fucking. Every one of them was in on it. Bobby Tilly and there was a bunch of them in on it because they was burning them houses and shit and saving and he's burning all that shit down in Ravencliff and shit.
What did they ever
People
get
that-
for it?
I know Darren. That's when he had to leave the fire department. He ain't allowed to have nothing to do with it no more. And I think all of them got a lot. I think the only ones that really got in a whole lot of trouble was Desiree and Misty and Travis.
Did they go to jail or something?
No, they about did.
Man, you think of these people now that we're naming off, and then you think again that they're on a fire department. That they are who you are going to have to call to put out a fire for your house. You're screwed.
Yes.
I mean, these are the dumbest of the dumb. Of
I mean,
that.
J.R. Tilly is mentally retarded.
Yes.
He's on the fire department.
And like,
Yes. Yeah. He played t-ball with us, and he had to be led around the basement. So he didn't know which way to go. And I remember one time when
we was grade school, and oh my god, this was we were in grade school when Coach Price, Jr. went crazy as fuck, and he in the bathroom kicking shit, and, kicking the stalls, and Mr. Brown them couldn't get him out of the bathroom stall, and so they called Beetle to come get him, and we stood there with Coach Price, and Jr. in there yelling and stuff. And here come Beetle walking around that corner, and he had on like a big pair of boots, and he had on like a little wife beater shirt. His hair looked like Bozo the Clown where he hadn't brushed it. And he said, "Where the hell that boy at?" Right there, and he come around that corner. And Coach Price started fucking laughing. And then he went and quit. And he had us laughing. Beetle was in there hollering. Joe said, "Quit it now, you motherfucker! I said quit it now."
in grade school.
Yeah.
And his
I remember
kid in grade
JR.
school.
I remember JR. We was fucking doing like he went because I was in class with JR. We was fucking trying to do alphabet with these kids. And you know how they like tell you the alphabet and shit. And they had JR. He was trying to do. And he go LMNOP. He like LLLP like that. And he's like, no, LMNOP. And he'd say they kept trying to make him do it. And he was getting all embarrassed. And he said, "Well, I can't say the motherfucking thing."
Oh God, Jr. Man, when I first moved to Glen Fork, he was one of the first people I ever saw there, and him and Beetle were topping out a tree, and Beetle cut him out of the tree. Jr. was up above him, trimming out like the little branches or whatever, and Beetle was below him cutting the limbs, and he cut one that Jr. was standing on. Jr. fell out of the tree. And then, like, I remember being over at Riley's at the gas station there, the Packette, and Jr. comes like driving his bicycle down the road. I say driving because he would make like it was a motorcycle. Yeah, he had to be like 16, 17 years old, and then he'd like have a blowout. And he'd park his bicycle right there in Riley's parking lot. He'd turn it over and he'd work on it. And he'd get
I
back
remember
on
the
it.
first time I ever seen Beetle. I rode the school bus home with Larry Elkins, and we went to Larry's house, and then Larry's like, "Well, we'll go walk around Sabine," you know. And fuck, I was like third grade or fourth grade or something like that, and we take off walking, go down them steps there at Sabine, and we're going up through there, and all of a sudden I hear this goat car. And we look, and Larry's like, "Get out of the way, I think it's Beetle." And Beetle come around that curve, and Larry Bailey, had a fucking big German Shepherd. And here come Beetle down there, and he had that dog was right beside of him, fucking trying to tear him up. Fucking all that fucking goat car. Beetle was talking, "Get off, motherfucker! Get off, motherfucker! Get off!" And he's swerving over that little goat car.
No,
That dog
Beetle,
on there right beside of him, barking.
Beetle was like a half retarded little 5'1" crazy person. He He, Hoosier, if you don't know, I'll just pretend I'm talking to you because I'm uncomfortable pretending that somebody's listening to this. Um, he is like, he's the one that mows everybody's grass in Glen Fork, and he's on disability too, but he just like makes a ton of money mowing grass and stuff. And then he
Used
lost his
to.
disability. And when all those murders happened in Wyoming County, he said that he killed some of those people and knew where the body was because he wanted to get back on his crazy chick. So he thought that by saying that he killed some people and buried them in the woods, then he would only just be called crazy and get his disability check back, not go to prison. But he didn't go
He's
to
crazier.
jail.
He's crazier than fuck now. He ain't even the same. Beatles, not even the same person. He got hooked on them pills and stuff. He's crazy as fuck. All of them are.
Yeah, and they're all real tiny. Beetle
Yeah,
and
JR was the
Pokey and
tallest of all of
Jason.
them.
Yeah.
I swear. I used to sit up there and watch him fight and shit. Beetle and his dad and them. And they was mean to JR. Brady used to molest him all the time.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, yes.
Yeah, I remember one time Beetle beat Brady to death. He hollered. He was hollering. Me and Ashley Hurt was sitting on her grandma's porch, and uh, Beetle pulled in there, and Gene asked where Jr. was, and I don't know what she said. And he went through that house, and we heard him holler. I told you, old man, get out of that bathroom with that boy. And then it was bad. He's like Beetle was fucking beating on old Brady and shit. I remember at the school one time, Mr. Bowling and all them bought JR a bicycle for Christmas. And they took it up there to Brady Nim's house after school. And Brady got mad and took a hacksaw and cut it up.
Why?
Because Brady was just a fucking prick like that.
Yeah. But he was a funny drunk at times. Remember when he took the blades off of his riding mower and
Yeah,
drove
so
it
he
down
could
to
drive it down
Riley's
to Riley's to buy
and
beer.
get his
Yeah.
beer?
And then when I remember Brady was on a cane getting into a fight with some woman one time while at one of our wrestling events.
No, he wasn't fighting that woman. He was fighting one of his brothers there.
Oh yeah,
And
was he? What was the woman?
yeah, I don't. The woman would get between them and said, "Y'all don't need to fight over me." And Brady said, "Get out of my way, woman. You ain't got nothing to do with this." Moving his cane around her like I was like, "Yeah, this is gonna be hilarious."
I tell you what, I watched me and Ashley sitting on her mama's porch. We got to see all kind of shit. And that time Ari Brooks run from over fucking top of him in that car, it freaked me out like a motherfucker.
What?
They was
What
out
do
there
you mean?
arguing. And Ari was JR's dad. And he was a real old man like Brady. And Ari got in his old car and went up the road and turned around up at Randy Brooks's. And when he come back down the road, Brady was standing in the yard and the fucking had a big old fence right there. Next thing you know, Ari went through fence and all, run from over top of Brady.
God.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy as fuck.
Jeez. Sabine was a pretty crazy place.
Yeah, I was like, God, why did you just see that? We went there and said, Ari Brooks just run over Brady. Jimmy else was like, ain't no way. He was like, look out there, look. Ari was trying to back up and shit, and they was all hollering, stop, stop, stop. Over. Crazy motherfuckers. I'm like, phew.
Man, do you remember when was it a Brooks guy that ran over Pee Wee Sarton?
No, that was Halstead.
Halstead, yeah, it was Ashley Halstead's dad.
Yeah.
He ran over Pee Wee Sarton and then backed up and ran. Like, I don't know what he was doing. He was driving through Glen Fork and Pee Wee Sarton.
No, what all happened there? I watched all that happen. Pee Wee ripped him off pills and shit. He pulled in down there where that trailer was, right there where Tina and Jerry lived, and went there and got Pee Wee to go buy him some pills. And when Pee Wee come back, they said he asked for Pee's pills wasn't. Pee Wee's like, fuck you, he's my pills and whatever. So when he went out the door, he busted Pee Wee's window out of the car. And then he jumped in his vehicle and took off, but he went down to, that was Ford Debbie and Keith and them had that fenced off there like it is.
Yeah.
And he went down that way to the church. Well, when he started coming up the road, Pee Wee grabbed a cinder block and went up to the main road there. Fuck, I didn't know he hit him. That's what was weird about it, because he came up through our flying, and I thought, Pee Wee had that block you could see, and we were standing on Jerry and Tina's porch. And then when he come up through there, because it was dark, all of a sudden you heard boom. Well, I thought Pee Wee hit through it cinder block. And then, because he just kept going on up the road like fuck, he just like never slowed down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they holler, "Oh, we hit Pee Wee! He hit!" And I thought they were saying that the brick hit Pee Wee, like he hit cinder block, like he threw it and it bounced back and knocked the fucking. But I was thinking.
Yeah.
But when I went up there, he was all the way over under that big old truck that Charlie McMillan had parked over there, fucking his leg laying beside his head.
Damn.
And he knocked fucking run up top of me. Well, he just hit him with the car.
Didn't he just go on up to Riley's and wait?
Yeah, on the cops. Pee Wee died later on that night.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
that was just one that needed to be done that way, though. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking crazy, buddy.
Is it sad to say that when that family started, getting picked off slowly, nobody cared?
No. Because they deserve it.
Yeah.
That's crazy shit.
Well, guys, it's getting late. Hoosier looks like he's dying still. And I'm getting tired.
I think the only thing that's gonna cure me is a fucking good dose of some pussy juice.
You think so?
I think it might be why my throat's sore.
It might be.